So tonight is finally the night that Dante gets his British title rematch. See, technically, I didn't lose the title. It was stripped. AWW management stripped me of the British title. Tom Cott, Kevin O'Neill. We go way back. Johnny Storm. We go way back. Tonight, I am going to be the person that walks out of that ring, the AWW British champion. Get out of my way, I'm done.
Hey, how are you, man? You right? Big match tonight, eh? Can't get championship, man. Got any sights, yeah? I believe you can do it, man. He's been undefeated for 2 years, though. You'll be tough, but I believe you can do it. You've got the speed, you've got the agility. Good luck, man.
Hello everybody, welcome to AWW Alternative Wrestling World. I am the mastermind Ollie Spring, joined as always by TJ Lee and Tej. We are on a collision course as we have the Academy Championship on the line and we wait for the Emperor, Drake Winter.
Yeah, an interesting way to start things off, but certainly gonna keep people's attention peaked right from the get-go. There is the Emperor, the AWW Academy Champion, and the man who has essentially ruled with an iron fist since winning that belt, Drake Winter. And we have seen it over the last couple shows just increase that dominance. And it just seems at this point, Ollie, like no one can stop him.
Well, I mean, it's been 2 years.
That's a long time. And the only person to even put a dent in that record since that 2-year streak began is someone that really has no shame in going to war and perhaps not coming out as strong against, and that's Bram. And there are very few people that get to fight Bram and live to tell the tale without being broken. And the fact that Drake Winter may not have gotten the victory but came out of it stronger than ever just kind of shows the sheer fortitude this man has.
2 years of absolute dominance, and not only that, with that dominance is it the championship that he carries with him, but every single show, victory after victory, by hook or by crook, he walks away with a W, and his confidence right now it is an all-time high.
I would argue, even he is one of the most dominant champions that exists in AWW, and obviously I include in that conversation the tag team champions who are also in action later today, and our main champion, Johnny Storm. I think Drake Winter's presence is felt throughout the entire roster, and you definitely know that his association with that title is ironclad at this point.
Drake Winter representing not only AWW but also the Academy as well.
It definitely feels like he is the gatekeeper of the Academy, because anyone who wants to come up who's learning the ropes and honing their craft and wants to hang with the more experienced wrestlers has to go through Drake Winter. And right now, he's kept that door firmly shut. And Judoka, the next individual to try and kick those doors in, is someone that we have seen really come into their own in the last couple shows, and definitely one of the favorite of the fans. Someone who, with his agility, his high-flying skills, and his risk-taking, could pose a unique kind of challenge and risk for our champion.
You just see right now Drake Winter absolutely not intimidated, not scared by Judoka. As I say, again, that confidence showing at an all-time high. We've seen Judoka give 110% in every single match he's in, but is 110% going to be enough to topple the Emperor?
Well, this is the real question. This is why we enjoy contests like this. I mean, styles make matches, and having someone who's an immovable object, a hunk of mass and muscle like Drake Winter versus an arguably smaller and younger, more spry and a bit less experienced Judoka.
I don't think there's arguably small. I mean, the numbers don't lie. You just look at the statistics. Drake Winter has the weight advantage, and with that weight advantage, you have the power advantage. You can, if you're Drake Winter, you're going to be able to throw around Judoka as if he's a ragdoll.
And the most important thing, though, is the experience.
Yeah,
that experience is going to play the biggest factor of anything here. And like you said, being the AWW Academy champion means he is the litmus test. He is the standard bearer for anyone wanting to come up and join AWW's roster as a standard established member.
I don't think Judoka had even made his debut when Drake Winter, first picked up that belt. This is the guy that has been on top since Judoka's, been in this business.
100%. Bell rung, we're underway for our first match, a time match of the evening, and Drake Winter wanted to address the crowd.
And we've seen that time again. He's, I guess that's there with the confidence. The more confident he is, the more he feels like he can spend his time. I mean, look at this. Is he
now doing mind games as he always does? Oh, and kicking the rope, and that's not a nice little whiplash effect.
Does the AWW Academy Emperor really think that Judoka is just going to leave?
Nice,
just going to take the loss?
No, obviously he thought a little bit arrogant there, but Judoka not going to have it. Wow.
Just got caught there and turned inside out.
Yeah, was maybe going to flip on his feet and just got caught.
This really is going to be a game of cat and mouse. I think Judoka has to get his licks in and almost float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Whereas, as soon as Drake Winter gets his hands on Judoka,
speaking of the devil, just caught him there.
I think he was going for maybe like a gut buster, but Judoka managed to worm his way out. But look again how easy it is for Drake Winter to just pluck him out of thin air.
Completely effortless.
Power him down.
2.
Kick out from Judoka early on.
Effortless for Drake Winter to just grab the smaller man and dunk him in the center of the ring. And Judoka still got some fight in him. Nice.
Step up enziguri. But with that confidence, I think can also come complacency for the champ. He's been on top for so long. I think there's an element of he's going to almost just expect the victory. Look at that!
Jumped over the referee.
Leapfrogging the ref. That's the agility that Judoka definitely needs to play into. That's his main advantage. Yeah. His main go-to weapon in this fight.
And Drake wisely rolling out, catching his breath. Everything needed.
Turnabout's his fair play. Judoka just offering the ropes for Drake Winter, and that is going to play into the mind of the Emperor.
And now, using that ring awareness and that sheer veteran instinct, and while Judoka distracted, landing some shots to the back of the head and a nasty slam. 2.
Just the 2 count.
And now really imposing his game, and that superior weight is going to play a huge factor. Even kneeling on his lower back or his neck definitely is an issue, but now pulling at the neck, torquing the spine, that is really going to start to play a big issue the longer it goes on. And Judoka not going to do any of those fancy moves he's known for if his back is giving out.
I think Drake Winter knows he needs to keep Judoka grounded. That's the only way forward in this match. If Judoka's on the mat, if he can barely get to a vertical base, he's not going to be able to fly around the ring like he likes to. I think ultimately Drake Winter's going to stay in control as long as he wants to right now. But of course, if he gets complacent, if he starts, playing to the crowd as he often does, and letting him get in his head,
and that's going to become a real problem.
Yeah.
2 had a deep cover.
We've seen this from Judoka time and time again. He takes a licking and keeps on ticking, if you will.
Very true. And now abusing the 5 count. Nothing the ref can do.
But Tej, I think if you're Judoka, if you're in his mask, if you will, you definitely just need to weather this storm and wait for Drake Winter to make a mistake, right?
That's exactly what I would do in that position. When it comes to someone of Drake Winter's size, you can't beat him in a power contest, so it's a stamina contest. And it's a matter of whether Judoka can weather that storm and see himself through and pull something big out of his bag of tricks eventually. But right now, it's a power game. And Drake Winter is winning by a mile.
Yeah, if you ask me, it's only a matter of time before somebody in the crowd says something he doesn't appreciate, before the referee just gets in his face a little bit too much. He'll have his back turned, and I think that will be the time that Judoka needs to capitalise. But at this rate, will Judoka have enough strength to even stand up?
I mean,
when that opportunity arises?
Yeah, that's anyone's guess at this point. I'm not 100% sure he can get to that point yet. I mean, he's certainly holding his own, but it's pain. Now, this is this arrogant cover, 1 count, quite rightly.
Very
you can get mad at the ref.
cover.
You can get mad at the ref, Drake Winter, but it's not his fault. He can't have 1. Irish whip, tries to go in, use that superior weight.
Quick roll up.
Very nice. 1, 2.
Yeah, just couldn't quite keep the big guy down.
Wow, blocked at 3.
And just turned around with ease.
Kicked off by Judoka.
Big cross body, but plucked out of thin air again.
Yeah, like it was
by the
nothing.
Emperor. Oh, big power slam.
1, 2.
Just the 2 count.
You get the crowd founding behind Judoka. They want to see a title change here. Imagine how this crowd will react if Judoka became their AWW Academy champion, Ollie.
This place would come absolutely unglued. They love the local lucha legend himself. But then let's face it, I think the crowd and you and I in particular would be especially happy regardless of who wins.
Oh, might be going for a pump handle. No, instead, sticking the knee out.
Pump handle backbreaker. Anybody but Winter
1,
is my call
2.
right now. Weak kick out, but a kick out nonetheless. I think this match is starting to show the signs on the body of Judoka. He's really struggling right now.
Yeah, wear and tear is becoming more and more apparent. And now look at that. That is not a small or lightweight man, and jumping on the lower back of Judoka. Don't care who you are, that is gonna hurt. And now, like you said, Ollie, someone may have said he didn't like it. He's grandstanding, taking time away from his opponent. Even though his opponent might be currently weakened and on the ground, you don't take your eyes off your enemy, especially as a champion.
I'm not sure if that was something about Drake that he didn't like. Oh, wasteland.
1, 2.
Still just the 2 count. Yeah, it was more the fact that he was he was taking displeasure at the fact the crowd were chanting for Judoka. Felt they should be cheering for him. I'll go for a bow and arrow now. Bow and arrow employed, wrenching the back, but just too close to the ropes. Referee forcing him to break.
Yeah, just that holding on for dear life, nearly got knocked out.
Oh, another enziguri.
Got him rocked. Gut check.
There you go, sunset flips up and over. Drop kick as well. And now I think there's a second win from Judoka.
Yeah, the bigger man's getting stumbled and down he goes.
Off of that enziguri there, the storm has been weathered and now can Judoka capitalize?
This is his moment. Oh,
running shooting star.
Very nice. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that was close. That was possibly the closest we've seen to Drake Winter.
Yeah, look at that. Beautiful shooting star.
Lands all his weight down across the chest of the champ. You notice that I think Drake Winter knew it was close as well, because he is now taking a breather on the outside, collecting his thoughts, gathering himself, maybe reassessing his game plan.
Yeah, he might be offended that a challenger to his throwing actually managed to come so close, within striking distance, if you will, of getting the victory. But now grabbing the belt, to a count 7. He's not.
Oh,
is he walking?
The most dishonourable way to retire. Oh, wait, no, Judoka's out after him.
Grabbing him.
Judoka brings him back into the ring.
Well, quite right, but Ollie, he's got the belt still in his hands. Oh, just about blocked him.
There you go, shotgun drop kick from Judoka.
Very nice.
I think he might have caught the belt as well. Live by the sword, die by the sword, my emperor.
Judoka trying to get to his feet.
Drop toe hold. Still don't know the local dial code, but
we don't need to, because we know what's coming.
He's dialing it up. 619 from Judoka. Teach, we could be very, very close now to seeing the Emperor's throne lost.
Yeah, this is the closest we've seen sort of in a while, but Ollie, look.
Wait, he's got the belt again. He's got the belt again.
From the ref. Oh! Well, that's it. That's a disqualification right out the gate.
A blatant disqualification. No, not even showing any shame in that.
And of course, the belt will not change hands of the disqualification now. Drake Winter just making it clear that he'll do anything necessary to maintain his grip on the throne.
Well, he tried to beat Judoka down, and now going for picked him up for a power bomb. Oh, here comes there's Troy.
And Troy just saving him.
Yeah, to save the day. And now laying some chops in.
Oh, picks him up.
Going for the TJ drop.
Wow, laying out the champ there and then. And the crowd showing their appreciation.
Yeah, Drake Winter could not beat Judoka, so he tried to walk away.
Oh, holding on to that belt.
Judoka wouldn't let him walk away, so he struck him with the belt. That is what it took, as far as Drake Winter's concerned.
Well, I don't know about you, Ollie, but I think we may have found the Emperor's next challenger. Just a hunch, but while Judoka may have some issues still to raise, I think Troy Jones just made a very good case for why he should get a shot at that belt.
Tonight, AEW Collision Course. I finally get my rematch
for the AWW British title. Not one opponent, but two. Wonder Kid Johnny Storm and my former partner, Dante. Now, as much as it pains me, because me and Dante, you know, we're really close, but when it comes to it, it's every man for himself tonight, and if you get in my way, you're going down. Johnny Storm, if you get in my way, you're going down. There's only going to be one outcome tonight. I am walking out the AWW British Champion.
So folks, we're rolling on with singles action, and T just won a rubber match. A few shows ago, Back to the Future. Mickey Rowley picked up the victory against the Witch, and the Witch came back and beat his brother Lucas at breaking point. Question is, will it be the Rowleys on top, or will the Witch strike again?
I think it's anyone's guess at this point. We're seeing a very vicious side to an already vicious individual, and it could be the resurgency that the Witch needs right now to re-establish himself on his own as a top competitor and scaring people nearby.
Let's face it, just look at the guy. If that doesn't give you nightmares, I don't know what will. Of course, the Witch, Lucas Rowley, former stablemates when it comes to foreplay, but we all know how that ended. And now that Lucas has seen the light, looking to put it to his former teammate in the Witch today.
I think it's going to be very interesting to see whether he can continue on the path he set out for himself.
A very creepy individual indeed. We've seen the Witch resort to all sorts of unearthly tactics, witchcraft, wizardry, maybe even some voodoo thrown in there as well.
A man of many talents and mysterious behaviors, as we've seen him in some little behind the scenes segments where he's stabbing voodoo dolls. It really seems he takes a lot of pride in hurting his opponents, both physically and emotionally.
And spiritually, ultimately.
Absolutely.
Here we have Lucas Rowley. A lot of miles under this guy's belt. The Witch has definitely got his work out for him, and Tej, ultimately the Witch is up against a guy that knows him very, very well indeed. Former teammates, now enemies.
And the thing is, when you spend that long with someone, when you've worked with someone for such a long time, you tend to learn a lot about them, their mannerisms, the kind of things they'll use in the ring, the kind of tactics they'll utilize, the way they are under stress, the way they are when they're overconfident. You learn these, and it goes both ways, of course, but the one who's going to use those tactics to their advantage by any means necessary is, of course, the Witch.
I think ultimately both the Witch and Lucas Rowley will have known, at least I'm sure they both have been studying for this match, coming up with counters for the moves, ways to get inside their opponent's heads. This one's going to be a very, very personal rival, if you ask me.
So feeling that process, and Rowley with his fists up definitely thought he was going to be coming to blows straight away, whereas the Witch much more content to looks like he's more content to take his time with it, go for a more physical approach.
Yeah, shoulder tackle from the Witch. The mind game's definitely starting early on. Oh, hip toss.
And now the Witch just intimidating the referee.
Yeah, I think definitely so. Oh, low blow from the Witch, come on. How far into the match? Like 20, 30 seconds?
Not even that, but then I'm not surprised because it's like I told you, it's using your opponent's mannerisms to their advantage. And these are two people that know each other very well. They work together as a unit before all things, came to an end.
Still, I mean, the Witch showing early on that he just wants to put an end to the Rowley brothers. They've shown him up once before. And he definitely doesn't want to be showing up again. All his weight coming down over the back of the head and the neck of Lucas. 1, 2. Just the 2.
And you can see now he's really starting to enact his the kind of punishment he's probably been thinking about for a while.
Oh wow, big knees.
Nasty.
Right to the heart of Lucas Rowley. Oh, and just a short power bomb.
Still not enough, but we're starting to see the momentum shift very quickly in the favor of the Witch in this early point in the contest.
Yeah, the Witch has really just flown out of the gates at 100 miles an hour. Lucas Rowley hasn't really been able to get into this one yet, but then I guess, if you take a low blow in the first 20 seconds,
yeah, that's going to have a real factor.
That'll do it for you.
Yeah. And now, very interesting, Pinko, just choking and whopping him down. Really unique tactic.
A very nonchalant Pinko. Wasn't really putting all of his weight down onto the shoulders. Maybe not even taking Lucas Rowley that serious right now. What a big clothesline from the Rowley brother.
He's got to prove himself here. He's got to prove that he can get this part of his past behind him and move forward.
Oh, but Lucas posing to the crowd, eating a forearm.
Maybe it's reversal.
Maybe just getting lost in. Oh, no, drag.
Very nice.
Yeah, I think it's potentially going to say Lucas Rowley just getting lost in the spotlight. Soaking up the adoration from the fans and taking his eyes off the Witch for a split second.
And that is a big mistake with someone as nefarious and as cunning as the Witch. I mean, he's already received a low blow. You don't think he's going to try and do something else? I mean, more for
it's
you.
It's just a matter of time, Steve. It's just a matter of time.
And now, while Rowley is weakened, seeing him, the Witch being stomping into him with a lot of viciousness and chucking him out of the ring, taking a moment to survey the damage he's done.
So didn't take long either for this one to get really physical outside the ring. The Witch is just taking Lucas Rowley on a tour, stopping off at all the most painful places he can find.
making sure he's aware of exactly the kind of person he stepped into the ring with. And now, content he's put some extra damage on it from the outside. Referee trying to keep control of this. The Witch rolling Rowley back in, maybe to pick the bones and put an end to things. It definitely feels like Rowley has got much to give now. 1, 2.
Just the 2 count though.
The Witch almost looks offended at the ref.
Well, much like we saw earlier on with Drake Winter, the Witch has definitely got to keep his focus in this one. It's very easy to take your frustrations out on the referee or the crowd. You've got to really remain focused on your opponent. Pump handle. Oh, slam down. 1, 2. 3. Just the 2 count. But Tej, you notice the Witch is getting closer and closer and closer.
You can feel it. You can feel how close he is
to banishing the demons that are the Rowley brothers. Lucas just dropping some bombs. Running neck breaker. Using his speed and that extra torque to punish the Witch. Another neck breaker.
Making him work for it, making him feel it.
1-2 punch combo with the neck breakers there. Jackknife cover. This could be it.
Two. Really was
just
getting,
two.
Yeah, was getting his momentum there. Oh, short DDT.
Yeah, very quick. But you can just see how much this match has taken out of both guys. The punches got left behind them, and both men just struggling to really sustain a vertical base right now.
And Rowley knowing he has to do something huge to put someone like the Witch away.
Oh, the Witch caught him. And a huge fall away slam. Just launching Lucas Rowley well, not even halfway, the majority of the ring. That's like 90% of the ring covered. Now resorting to a choke.
2. Wow, and not even the strength to kick out. Rowley putting his hand on the ropes.
And that's the veteran instinct. Yeah. I mean, Lucas Rowley, he's got ring awareness.
Certainly clever.
You just see the Witch punishing him for reaching out, stomping down on that hand.
And now pleading with the ref almost, but you can tell he's defying, but it sounds so uncomfortable for him. And understandably so, he's having his neck wrenched back. But
yeah, that rear chin lock with the added knee into the base of the skull. Very unpleasant situation for Lucas Rowley. Now perched up on that top right, a very precarious position.
A lot of impact can be made here. They've just got to be able to commit. I think we've learned that the Witch is willing to do things outside the norm if he thinks he'll get him the victory.
Sent back down, crashing to the canvas. Lucas is looking to fly. Oh, just caught. It's almost like a mid-air drop toe hold.
Yeah, immediately caught. And the Witch now, we've seen him do this before.
Yeah, got that Indian Deathlock trap locked in. And just wrenching back on the neck.
You can see the frustration and the pain. Hands itching to stop. Whoa.
Oh, here's Mickey. Here's Mickey to come out to cheering for his brother.
Making sure his brother knows he's got his back. Some good support there.
Could be the second win that Lucas needs to battle out. Just scratching and clawing his way towards his brother. If he makes it to the ropes, the Witch will be forced to break the hold.
Yeah, he's making sure he knows that family will always be there.
And literally by his fingertips.
Just making it.
But the Witch holding on for every second of that 5 count.
Yeah, forced to let go.
And Mickey Rowley coming out to support his brother,
as all good brothers should.
And you just see that definitely gave Lucas the second wind he needed. That adrenaline rush to reach the ropes and break the hold.
And the Witch though focused entirely on Mickey, which really does a disservice to Lucas. And now he's doing almost to send a message.
Oh, Lucas stands on his feet. Oh, and there's that almost ripcord face buster.
And with every ounce of strength lifts him over. 1, 2. Oh, wow,
that's it. That's the 3.
And the crowd overjoyed, and it just goes to show when family are there, anything is possible. And the Rowley brothers making sure the world knows that they're here to stay and they will defend each other to the bitter end.
Rowley brothers back on the same page. Their team now, their partnership now solidified. Just shows that when you've got safety in numbers as well, there are no tricks in the book of the witch that can come out that can make you victorious. And for now, the witch has been scared off. And again, the second time in 3 shows, Rowley Brothers stands victorious over the witch.
And now the witch is going to have to go back to the drawing board and deal with maybe the thorn inside that is the Rowley Brothers, because they are not going anywhere.
Singing from the same hymn sheet, back on the same page. The Rowley Brothers are definitely back to where they need to be. Brothers that fight together usually walk out victorious.
I'm here post-match with your Academy champion Drake Winter after another successful title defence. Albeit it might have been successful title defence, but you were arguably embarrassed by Troy Jones out there after the match.
Troy Jones had absolutely no business getting involved in that match tonight. How I defend my championship is my business. So Troy, if you want to stick your nose in my business, we can settle this in the ring.
It's also about an extremely bitter thing as well. There's been misogyny, censure, and also the accusation of thrown in there as well. This is going to be extremely personal indeed. The next match will be a tag team match. It's on AEW Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, they are your AEW Tag Team Champions. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Coach Lincoln, Tony Smart, Axel Steel, Metal Melissa.
So folks, it was revealed on our YouTube page that it was in fact the Metal Militia had stolen the tag team belts. And they put the challenge out to Troy Jones and Mickey Rouse, so that you want these belts back, you're going to have to beat us for them. So while they may have possession of the gold, do not fall under any illusions. Those belts do not belong to the Metal Militia.
And they would do well to put some respect on those belts, because they have not earned them, Ollie. Not by a long shot.
Axel Steel, Donnie Sparks. Maybe carry them, folks, but they are not worthy champions. If they want to call themselves champions, they're going to have to get through the true victors at this time, Troy Jones and Mickey Rowley.
Yeah, the rightful heirs to the throne, the real champions, and it's such a shame and infuriating, really, if I'm honest, that these would-be pretenders are the ones carrying the belts around.
Definitely the great pretenders, if you ask me. I have no idea how they can call themselves champions. Maybe champions are breaking into other people's cars. Who knows?
Oh yeah, they'd get a solid A+ for doing that. A for effort.
If that was a sport, then yeah, they'd be world champs.
Ladies and gentlemen, to be clear, for those of you who have not been following the previous AEW events, Metal Militia are not officially your AEW Tag Team Champions. Your official champions are Troy Jones and Mickey Rowley.
Quite rightly.
The rightful champions. Possession may be 9/10 of the law, but the 1/10 left is the bit that says that these guys are the champs. Again, folks, we'll just reiterate, the Metal Militia are not recognised as AWW champions yet. The only way they're going to be able to claim that prize is by beating Troy and Mickey right here, right now. And it is all to play for, Tej.
There's a lot of things at stake here, but also let's consider the fact that we've seen both men earlier on today. So Troy Jones will have an opportunity against Drake Winter for the AWA Academy Champion, so he's going to have that on his mind. Could he be a dual crown champion in a few months' time? And Mickey Rowley coming to the aid of his brother in our previous match against the Witch. There's a lot of things, a lot of moving parts, a lot of things to consider. Whereas, you know, Steel and Sparks really only have to focus on this. They only have to focus on maintaining those belts that they stole and winning them properly.
See, if I was Troy and Mickey right now, I'd just grab them belts and run.
I would blame them.
I would find myself a locker and I would throw away the key.
But there is some satisfaction beating them both, surely.
So it looks like we have Mickey Rowley starting off for his team, Donny Sparks starting off for his. Or will it be Axel Steel? Beg your pardon, no, Axel Steel's going to be starting this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have an extra special surprise for you. This match is now a special guest referee match.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing your special guest referee,
Oh!
Interesting.
Leroy James just been announced as the special guest referee. Tej, we haven't seen Leroy since what? February?
It's been a while.
Axel Steel attacking our former referee, and he hasn't been seen since, but it looks like Axel Steel's ghosts are coming back to haunt him. Former referee Leroy James has not been seen. Oh, it was what, Breaking Point?
It sounds about right. It's been a while, and it's nice to see him returning. It was a nasty beatdown he faced.
Axel Steel thought he'd put down the former referee, but folks, today here at Collision Course, Leroy's facing the man that beat him down all those months ago.
Well, your past can come back to haunt you eventually if you're not careful.
Now, Tej, does that now stack the deck? Does that stack the deck against the Metal Militia? Or will Leroy call it down the middle?
It's going to be very interesting to see if he wants to be an impartial referee, or perhaps, maybe he's in favour of our legitimate champions. Who knows? But given there was Axel who attacked Leroy James, I'm willing to bet he's going to have his own kind of agenda here. And who could blame him? First shots thrown.
Yeah, this isn't going to be a technical masterclass. I don't think we'll be seeing too many collar elbow tie-ups. Not too many hip tosses and arm drags. This is going to be a fight. Axel still now raining in the blows. Irish whip. And Mickey coming straight out the corner. Big clothesline. Takes down Axel Steel.
And now we're seeing a little bit of that revenge come on. Oh, God. Strong clothesline. Just stopping that momentum immediately. Now these shots to the stomach.
Tag made, in comes Donny. Oh, you just see Troy Jones, his emotions getting the better of him right now. And now the Metal Militia just double teaming Mickey Rowley. Look at that, boot to the stomach. Vertical suplex for Donnie Sparks. Scoop slam from Mickey Rowley using Axel Steel as a weapon. Metal Militia on the back foot, Tej.
And that's something I'm quite happy to see. After all the frustration that we've had to deal with, even just sitting here in the commentary booth, God knows how they must have felt. Those three men in there, it's satisfying to see them walking back a little bit.
It looks like Mickey's going to fly, huge cross body, straight from the top rope to the outside. That's going to be a 12, 13 foot drop.
That's a very high drop and definitely a lot of impact.
Off the ropes, shoulder tackle from Troy Jones takes down Donnie Sparks.
And posing just to show that he really does feel he is better than the Metal Militia. And who can blame him at the moment? They are the tag team champions. Ducks under.
Arm drag followed by another one.
Very nice.
Troy Jones now on top. I think Tej, ever since Lura was announced as being our guest referee, the Metal Militia have definitely been off their game.
It makes you think that maybe there are a lot more talk than they were action.
Oh, wait a second, off the ropes. Oh! Drop kicks to the shins of Troy Jones. That was nasty. Nasty double team.
Very nasty. But that is exactly what you need to be doing to secure victory.
Very, very big right hands being reined in from Donnie Sparks. A kick straight to the small of the back.
Now, maybe the momentum shifting a little bit. Oh, just like that.
Yeah, ever since that double team move, Metal Militia got back into it. I mean, Tej, we say it all the time, the pendulum of momentum swings back and forth throughout a match. And now Troy Jones just being choked out of that middle rope. You just see the torque on that middle rope.
But this is the sort of, we talk about it many, many times, but this is the sort of viciousness that we need to see in order for this to work in their favour.
I would say we need to see it, I'm not sure.
At least in the Metal Militia's favour, at least when we talked about The Witch, talked about Drake Winter, those kinds of less than reputable individuals.
Yeah, see, I prefer my winners to have a bit more respect.
So do I completely agree with you.
Wishbone from the Metal Militia, and again, this double teamwork now, double elbow drops in stereo. Referee Leroy, though, so far seems to be calling it down the middle. He seems
to be fair, yeah, which is interesting.
Let that attack back in February, letting the bygones be bygones. Troy Jones doing his best to fight out right now. Oh, went to hit the ropes, but with a handful of what little hair Troy has left. Axel Steel maintains control in this one. Snap suplex from Axel Steel, but a very cocky pin cover.
Yeah, really, but then this is exactly what we expect from them. This is the sort of behaviour we've just come to realise is what they're going to do.
Now going to work on the arm, they've taken out the legs. Now working on the upper body, it seems like the Metal Militia just hell-bent on dissecting Troy Jones. Making sure he feels pain absolutely everywhere.
And the crowd firmly behind Troy, but those calls are falling on deaf ears right now.
Troy's up. Oh, look at that. Twisting power slam from Troy Jones. Out of nowhere. That's Troy's turn. Oh, hit the ropes. Of course. Axel Steele with a shot right to the back. Quick DDT from Donnie Sparks. Just the 2 count though. I question Teach, is Leroy counting a little bit slower for the Metal Militia?
I'm not sure I'm at liberty to comment on that.
Have to maybe review the footage.
If he was, I would not blame him.
I would not blame it at all.
And now look at this, look at these tactics. Running the forward on the ropes, he's going to get roped by. And meanwhile, Mickey Rowley being removed from the equation by the other half of Metal Militia.
Mickey wasn't even a factor in this match right now, but the Metal Militia just adding insult to injury right now. I mean, Mickey Rowley was but here we see that.
And now, in the meantime,
Bronco Buster from Donnie Sparks. But you just see, the emotion just overflowing out of Mickey Rowley.
Yeah. Troy Jones is exhausted. Maybe it is a bit of a slow count, but I'm completely okay with it.
I'm fine with it. I'm not complaining. I'm just merely making an observation.
Yep, that is what we are paid to do.
Troy fighting his way out of that corner. He's in the wrong part of town right now. He's in Metal Militia's corner and they are really not letting him out. Picked him up. Oh! Almost like a curtain call, sidewalk slam, combo meal. Just the 2 count. You see how close it was that time.
And his hands really close in the mat. You can see him trying to be professional. Props to Leroy, because that is not easy to do in the current situation.
If I got beat down by Axel Steele, I would want to screw him out of this match every way I could. But then I wouldn't make for a very good referee. But again, Mickey Rowley just is. That frustration is overflowing.
And you can hear the crowd joining in that frustration.
Troy Jones really just having 7 shades beaten out of him right now.
That's an arrogant count, so what do they expect? Unbelievable sense of confidence.
Didn't even deserve a 1.
No.
If you ask me. Troy's starting to fight back, doing the best he can.
They should be running to his corner right now, the exhaustion he's feeling.
Tags made again, Metal Militia staying in control. Stage is theirs and they will not let it go. Big vertical suplex.
Oh, very close. You can see professionalism is there.
But Donnie's showing some signs of frustration now. They've had a lot of pin attempts. And whether it be a slightly slower count or Troy Jones' resiliency, Metal Militia still just can't put it away yet. Drop kick from Troy. And this could be his chance. This could be the opportunity he needs to make the tag to Mickey Rowley.
You can see him trying to crawl there, just slow to his feet.
But instead of going for the tag, he's opted to go for...
I think that's frustration, Ollie.
Yeah, continuing the assault on Donnie Sparks, vintage Troy Jones. Troy obviously feels like he's got enough in the tank to try and win this one, but... You see Axel still coming out. I'll be honest, Steve, that was an equally slow count for Troy Jones. So I think maybe I misjudged Leroy.
Oh, I think it's early days, but maybe he's just trying to be impartial. We can hear the crowd just really flowing behind this. They desperately want Troy and Mickey Rowley to walk away with those belts that they really should have had from the get-go.
Oh, shoulder tackle for Mickey, and again Mickey Rowley's been stood on the apron for what seems like an eternity, Teach.
Unbelievable, and now they're just picking the bones. Leroy just too distracted. 1, 2.
A big kick out from Troy.
In fact, he shoved off, and you can see him trying to get the crowd behind him.
Raining the shots in again on the ribs now. It seems there can't be any. Every single part of Troy Jones' body must be in agony right now. He's been absolutely dissected by the militia.
And they're just taking their time, hyperextending that knee, pulling it away in a way the knee's not meant to bend. Making sure that even if Troy does get away, he's going to have to hop or crawl to get to that corner, which gives them more time to stop him.
You just think they've worked on absolutely every part of Troy Jones. He desperately needs to make the tag now to Mickey Rowley. You just see it looks so close. He's realised how close he is.
Maintaining foot control.
Oh! Enziguri.
Big Enziguri. And there we go.
There's the tag. In comes Mickey Rowley.
A man very frustrated right now, understandably.
And he is letting that frustration loose right now. That has been bottling up.
Roundhouse kick. Strong snapmare.
Off the ropes. Oh, Meteora takes down Axel. 1, 2. Oh, and Donnie in to make the save.
Spark saving his tag team partner. Mickey is not done. So much frustration building in this match. He's going to have a lot to get out. Ducks under.
Takes over. Head scissors takeover.
Very nice. Picks up.
Spine buster.
And now the adrenaline running. You can see he's a man unglued. Axel trying to get involved.
Picks him up. Spinning side slam. This could be it. The belts could be coming home to the champs. 2. Oh, and again, Donnie in to make the save.
And look at that quick succession into the slam.
Spinning around with that torque. That would have been game over.
Oh, went for the axe handle.
If it wasn't for Donnie.
Caught him.
Trying to hook him.
Oh, blocked.
Ducks a clothesline. Oh, throws Donnie into Axel.
And Mickey's got something in mind.
Big corner clothesline.
Wow. So worn out at this point that he just crumpled to the floor. Quick tag. Troy not having a lot of time to recover here. Oh!
Double leg drops. 1 high, 1 low. And see, this is the strongest that Mickey and Troy have looked all match. This is the time for them to put away the Metal Militia and finally reclaim the belts that they never lost. DDT from Troy.
We're in the final stretch, so you can feel it. It's really something. Oh, here we go. Pin cover. 1, 2. Oh!
2 9/10.
And you can feel it. They're really starting to give everything they can. They know that everyone's exhausted at this point. And it really is going to come down to who on earth out of these 4 men can really put it into the final gear and ensure they walk away with the belts.
Oh, double clotheslines, both men having the same idea. This one really has been a knockdown, drag out affair, Teach.
Now both men crawl up to the second rope. Both obviously feeling a sense of frustration.
Mickey and Donnie are both at the top.
They're challenging each other almost. What are they doing?
Oh! Drop kick out of mid-air. It's almost like a case of who was going to blink first.
That was beautiful. And nice adjustment from Mickey.
I think Donnie was attempting to dive onto Troy. He was expecting Mickey to dive at Axel, and instead Mickey decided to redirect mid-air and take him out.
Both men still reeling from such a risky move.
It's now Troy and Axel, who after all of that, to say that they were in the danger zone, both come out unscathed.
And while the referee's distracted.
Yeah, he's checking on Mickey and Donnie.
Yeah, some strong strikes going here.
Trading bombs back and forth, left and right, and it looks like Troy Jones is getting the better of it. Reversal on the Irish Whip, though. Re-reversal turns him inside out. Oh, face buster. Sit out, gourd buster as it were. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Troy out. Troy out at the last moment.
And Troy, emboldened by the crowd,
going back to trading bombs. Now it's Axel who gets the upper hand.
Puts him off the ropes, catches him. Oh!
Turns him inside out again with that DDT. And drapes the arm. 1, 2.
Oh!
Super close that time.
But look at this quick succession and boom! Right on the top of his head. And Mickey, arm out.
Reaching for the tag.
And once again, Donnie Sparks doing what he needs to do to make sure he secures victory for his team.
Blue Thunder bomb from Axel.
Oh wow, didn't go for the pin.
Oh, I think he wants to put the an exclamation mark at the end of this one.
Yeah, the finishing touches, if you will.
But Troy Jones is in the wrong part of town. He's in the danger zone right now, Tej. And Mickey's nowhere to be seen.
He's flat out, he looks exhausted.
Oh! Frog splash!
Wow!
Huge frog splash from Axel Steel.
He's just got to drape the arm.
1, 2, 3. Troy out at 2 9/10.
Donnie looks absolutely gobsmacked and devastated. Look at this very quick Blue Thunder bomb.
And followed up with a big frog splash, but even that wasn't enough to keep Troy down. This is how much they want those belts back, Tej.
Very, very much so. It goes to show how much these belts mean to both teams, whether one of them stole it or not. They clearly care about having that glory that comes with being champions. Picks him up.
Another huge twisting power slam. It's the ropes. No interruptions this time. Huge elbow drop. Straight to the heart of Axel Steel. Troy Jones is signaling to go up top.
Oh, second rope leg drop.
That could be it. 1, 2, 3.
So close.
Was that 3?
No, it was not.
Referee not signaling for the belt. No, he's signaling for 2. I could have swore that was a 3 count. I don't think it comes much closer than that, Tej. This one feels like it's coming down to that. The 11th hour right now. We're in the home stretch. We're at the end game.
Both men on jelly legs, Ollie. Troy getting the better of those exchanges.
Yeah, just throwing everything he can right now. He hasn't got a lot behind them, but he's going to continue throwing them shots.
He's trying, reverses the whip. Picks him up. Oh!
Wheelbarrow, famous a combo meal.
And Donnie rolling out, the ref did not see. 1, 2. Oh, come on, the hesitation was there, but nonetheless. The Thieves have become the true champions, the pretenders to the throne, now rule the tag team division.
Heartbreak for Troy and Mickey.
Yeah. And you could see a heartbreak for Leroy as well. He did not want to count that 3. Gave an extra couple seconds for Troy to kick out, but there was no one home to answer the door. And he had to do his job.
Heartbreak all round, and it's victory for those who stole the belts. So apparently, Tej, if your names are Donnie Sparks and Axel Steele, the Metal Militia, crime does in fact pay, and it pays in the AWW Tag Team Championships.
And it was a hard-fought contest. It took tag team offense just to secure it, but it had to be when Leroy was not looking and shoving him away as well. Some disrespect. And Leroy must be frustrated at this point. He's had to count a victory for the men that cost him some opportunity. Oh, he looks furious. Oh!
Big clothesline. And I think, Tej, that has been a long time coming.
Oh, hell yeah.
Donnie Sparks taking the bullet for Axel, as it were. Oh, and a big sit-out spine buster from Leroy. That just shows you how upset he is. He did not want to call that pin count.
But now he's no longer just Leroy the ref. He is showing that he will not be pushed around by anyone. You always respect a referee. And now he's back. You respect Leroy.
While this story may have ended in tragedy, Mickey and Troy still stand together. TJ put up one hell of a fight, but it just wasn't to be.
We told you all that we were going to walk out champs. We promised you, we guaranteed it was going to happen. And look what's here. Metal Militia, tag team champions. And that ref, Leroy, needs to know his place. He's just a ref. And if he comes and sticks his nose in our business again, he's going to be reminded that he is just that, just a ref. So stay out of my way, Leroy. Stay out of my way.
What's up, AWW? This is your champion, Johnny Storm, talking. And tonight, it's all boiled down to this. The collision course between myself, the Tomcat, Kevin O'Neill, and Dante, 2 former AWW champions right there. But it doesn't matter, because when we get ourselves in that ring, tonight you're going to see why Johnny Storm is, and always will be, your AWW champion. Because I represent the people, and I represent the wrestlers, except those two losers, because they're going to find out once and for all why Johnny Storm is the best today.
So it seems we had a bit of a rest, chance to catch our breaths after that tag team war. We have ourselves a singles match. Here we see the return of Jin, someone we haven't seen for over 2 years.
Quite some time, and finally back in AWW shores. Very fractured individual.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I just felt it would get a little bit colder in the room. Two years absence, not an awful lot is known as to why. But Jin looking to make his return. And looking to do so at the expense of Flynn Arlo. You know, teacher, I'm starting to feel really sorry for Flynn. I mean, ever since his debut in October, I think it was, he's yet to pick up that W, yet to find the key to victory. And you don't know what, you know, Jin 2 years away, maybe a little bit of ring rust, maybe now is the time for Flynn Arlo to capitalise and get his first taste of glory here in AWW.
Well, any time will tell whether 2 years away has done Jin any good or not.
So yeah, could this be the time? Could Flynn Arlo today be on a collision course for his first victory in AWW?
Well, Flynn Arlo, despite not having any victories yet, is a firm fan favourite and someone that I think could really be the future of this company. But he's going to have to get a victory first.
Regardless of his win-loss record, that hasn't stopped him giving 110% every single match. Yeah, it's just a matter of time, if you ask me. But today has got to be the as far as the conditions are perfect right now. Ring rust has got to play a part for Jin.
Well, definitely would think that, but we've seen people come back from long layoffs and sometimes it's never there. It's going to be a really interesting contest and we're going to find out in that first couple minutes.
Ring the bell.
So Flynn Arlo goes straight in and Jin taking advantage.
Straight out the gates, going for that flying knee.
Nice arm drag. Oh,
Japanese arm drag. You can see Flynn wants it right now, TG. He's fired up.
Yeah, shotgun dropkick, immediately sending Jin to the outside.
Baseball slide dropkick. Away reversal. Oh, sends Flynn Arlo head first into that solid steel ring post.
And it looks like Jin is really trying to impose his will early on. And that's exactly what he's got to do after such a long time away. Double axe handle to the back.
And now just rearranging the facial features of Flynn. Hands clasped across the nose, across the eyes, and now around the ears. Jin really an assault on the senses right now for Flynn Arlo.
Yeah, he's doing everything the right way. And now biting him as well. Wow, just doing anything he can. spitting it back at the crowd.
No shame from Jin, and so far, yeah, you're right, TJ. I don't think we're seeing any ring rust right now. Weathered the early storm from Flynn Arlo, and ever since bouncing his skull off of that ring post, he's been in firm control.
And Flynn trying to fight him away here, but unsuccessful. Jin is relentless.
Oh! Twisting elbow drop.
This would have pinned 1, 2. I don't think Flynn thought he'd be in this much trouble this early on.
I say he flew out of the gates at 100 miles an hour, but Jin saw it coming. Again though, flurry of kicks and punches. Oh! Nice offense from Flynn Arlo.
Now measuring him up.
Oh, it just met with almost just like a battering ram style headbutt from Jin. Big headbutt.
Putting all his weight down on that lower rope.
Choking the life out of Flynn Arlo. Now stomping down on the neck as well. Jin looking just to keep Flynn grounded in this one and not let him get any sort of momentum. Taking the air out of his lungs. Turning his brain to jelly by bouncing off every surface he can find. And now wrenching on the arm. Bending that wrist in ways it is really not meant to be bent.
Yeah, it's a dissection really when you think about it.
A delayed vertical suplex. Jin just making sure the blood rushing to the head of Flynn Arlo.
Oh, and it's step. We don't see that very often. Just using it like a stepping stone, and wow, double knees rolled through. Very unique offense too. Not enough, but I am impressed here in this early exchange with Jin. Very unorthodox, but absolutely no ring rust, and Flynn looks flustered.
Oh, but not flustered enough to not get the boot up.
Strong Irish whip, like there's nothing at all.
Able to get the boot up again. Oh, looking for a vertical suplex, potentially.
Blocked by Jin.
Again, picks him up, drapes him over that top rope.
Seems like everything that Flynn does, Jin's got an answer for it.
Yeah, I think maybe we were quick to write Jin off at the start. Oh no. Oh, looks like he's going for German suplex.
Say,
not on the apron. That would.
If he managed that would be all she wrote. But
that would end.
Flynn, what's he going for here?
Oh! Tornado DDT onto the apron.
What a risk taker.
And what a way to welcome Jin back to the AWW ring.
Yeah, let's look at this from the alternate camera. Nasty.
Face first onto the ring apron, the hardest part of the ring.
Now rolling Jin in, Flynn's got to capitalize. 1, 2.
Just the 2 count. Flynn off the ropes.
Oh, very nice.
Short Hurricanrana. Got a leg hook, but just the 2 count. Flynn really needs to start looking to string together some offense now. Drop kick into the corner. He definitely needs to get the wheels turning. Irish whip. Big knee. Is that enough to put Jin away? 2.
Not quite, but we can see some cracks starting to form, and Flynn's got to put things together here.
Flynn showing some resiliency early on, and now starting to get back into this one, showing signs that that victory, that first W, might not be far away. Oh, Jin just pushing the referee into the ropes.
Well, doing anything he can to win. Why am I not surprised? Quick uppercut.
The referee fell into the ropes and knocked him down.
Now going for something different. Oh, got him. Precarious position. Oh, top rope. This could be dangerous, Ollie.
What's he looking for? Oh, just throwing him overhead, landing a nasty landing in the middle of the ring. And now both men down. I think that took a lot out of Jin just to pull off that maneuver. Jin just about up to one knee, as is Flynn. Jin with a head of steam.
No one there. Flynn.
Oh, step up knee.
Beautiful. Could we go for a last gasp? Monkey flip. This could be that adrenaline, Ollie, that second win. He knows that a victory could be within his grasp, but he's got to make it work now. Jumps over. Oh, but caught by Jin.
He was caught. Oh, snake eyes.
Yeah, like
into that second turnbuckle.
Yeah, launched him like a lawn dart.
AKA a javelin.
AKA the javelin. Compressing the neck.
Do you think maybe we were a bit premature?
Oh my gosh!
Cannonball from hell.
Yeah, and you could not have said it better. 1, 2, and that
Flynn just about kicking out, but look at
that
this.
Looked like it was it, but look at that. There was viciousness thrown behind that. A flip just to add in some extra torque.
Oh, wait. Quick Russell package 1, 2, 3.
Oh, so close. Flynn lying in wait.
It's got him hooked again. Famasa.
Beautiful.
Famasa from there. Is that enough?
1, 2, 3.
Oh, Jin kicking out again. Flynn's calling for it. The knee pads are down. Jin lying in wait, but wait, picks him up.
Jin grabbed him immediately. We've seen both playing possum.
Oh, buries him in the middle of the ring.
And this could be it. 1, 2, 3. What a dominant cover and a dominant return for Jin. Although, while I say dominant, I think it's fair to say we're seeing Flynn get better and better every time he is in that ring.
Yeah, he may not be winning, but he is learning from every loss he picks up. But ultimately, it's just that sheer power and force of Jin was not enough. It was too much for Flynn Harlow to overcome. Seems that 2 years away has done Jin well.
And just very unusual, man. Moves and acts in an unorthodox way, and Jin making a dominant return to AWW, and now we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens next for Jin. But for Flynn, it's back to the drawing board again. He remains winless in AWW.
But it's just a matter of time, Tej. That first victory is on the horizon, and when he earns it, it's going to be that little bit more sweet. He may not have won the match, but he's winning the respect of the crowd. And he's got to take that away. But Jin victorious on his return to an AWW ring for the first time in over 2 years. And Tej, that means you and I are now on a collision course with our main event.
Hey, Jim. I found this backstage. I'm assuming it's yours. I saw what you did. It was very, very impressive. And I would have won my match too if it wasn't for that stupid Mickey Rowley interfering again. But I have an idea. Why don't me and you form a team and go after those tag team title belts? You in?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Flynn Arlo, who unfortunately suffering another defeat tonight at the hands of the returning Jin. I don't think any of us were ready to see what we saw tonight from Jin, his first return match. Flynn, I want to get your thoughts.
It's just another one, isn't it? It's, you know, I trained so hard for this. This is exactly where I want it to be. I'm not giving up, but it's tough, man. It's you know, I came in to make an impact, and I thought I did that, and it's just getting harder. But I'm not leaving here until I get that run. I'm gonna get a title. I'm gonna show everybody that I deserve to be here. I've worked goddamn hard enough for this, so it's not the last you see of me.
All the best in your next match.
The following contest will be a three-way match set for one fall and for the AWW British Championship. Can we have the music for our first challenger, please?
So Tej, it's my favourite time of the night. It's main event time. And it's a triple threat match for the AWW British Heavyweight Championship.
And this has a lot of history behind it, very interesting. And there's Tomcat Kevin O'Neill, first man of the three, and there is a lot of moving parts going into this main event. And as Johnny Storm mentioned, all three former former AWW champions.
I think we're way beyond the academy right now.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, former champion number one in this match.
Can we have the music for our second challenger, please?
Challenger number two. Man who's very familiar with Kevin O'Neill. That is Dante.
A man that, despite his attitude, has proven to be very impressive when in that squared circle. But, you know, seems to be very happy grandstanding and messing around here when this is a title match for the biggest prize in AWW. He's very happy, he's very chilled out. I'm not really sure that is the attitude I would want to employ.
But I'd almost question Tej. I mean, Is his history with Kevin O'Neill going to be a good factor or a negative factor right now? Because granted, they know each other very, very well, but we heard it from Kevin O'Neill earlier. This is going to be every man for himself.
I think the really interesting factor here is exactly what we talked about earlier with the Witch and Mickey Rowley, where Lucas Rowley, where you have two people that have worked together for so long. Of course they're going to know each other. Of course they're going to be familiar with each other.
However, the current reigning defending champion the Wonder Kid himself, Johnny Storm. If Dante or O'Neill want to overcome the Wonder Kid, they're going to have their work cut out for them today.
Well, Johnny Storm, a man that has seen it all and done it all. He is a living, bona fide legend in the British wrestling scene, and having him to represent AEW as their champion is a huge, huge thing. You could not ask for a better ambassador to carry your company.
This powder keg set to erupt. So the stage is set. It's time to see where the collision course takes us.
This is our main event of the evening, and it is going to be very, very interesting to see how each man complements one another. Now that push has come to shove.
But essentially, two members of the former four-play stable and Johnny Storm. Now, this could very well turn into a handicap match if Johnny Storm isn't careful, Tej.
Yeah, it's going to be very mindful of the fact that there is someone in that ring who knows his moveset very well. And Tomcat, Kevin O'Neill, just very content here to just, showboat, try and get the crowd's appreciation, which is never going to happen. It's not going to work.
As we said, both former champions in the ring there with our current champion. Dante beating Johnny Storm way back when he was Academy champion, but it was revealed that the pinfall may not have been 100% legal. So Dante stripped of that title.
Yeah, I mean, he was talking about the idea of, foot on the bottom, foot on the bottom rope, and it was the idea that it was, as you said, a little bit dubious, a little bit concerned, but now, nonetheless, we're back to where we were previously. Dante, Johnny Storm.
Irish whip to Dante. Storm running in. Oh, there's a open palm strike. Call it a slap if you want.
Strong Irish whip. Done it to run in, and Johnny just screaming, ducks it. Oh!
Yeah, he's trying to steal a trick out of the Johnny Storm playbook.
Yeah, not going to happen, and fighting champion not afraid of having two opponents slapping Kevin O'Neill down from the canvas to the floor.
And of course, Johnny Storm beating Kevin O'Neill. Oh, look at that double springboard into the drop kick. Johnny Storm beating Kevin O'Neill for that belt late last year. Flying forearm from the champ. Just kicking him in the head. Oh, there's a face breaker onto the knee. And a short enziguri as well for good measure. But teachers, is a triple threat match. Johnny Storm is going to have eyes in the back of his head if he wants to retain that gold. Kevin O'Neill in and out just as easy as 1, 2, 3 right there. But Dante just clubbing Johnny Storm over the back of the head. Now putting the boots in. Irish whip. Oh! Takes down both former members of Foreplay.
And this is exactly what we're talking about. Johnny Storm owns that ring. He is AWW as it currently stands.
The British legend himself.
Oh, caught by Dante.
Hit the ropes, but I think this is the numbers advantage now that Johnny Storm is going to find himself facing. While it is every man for himself, you cannot deny that history between Dante and Kevin O'Neill.
Absolutely not. They are former members of Foreplay. They are going to be, they are going to be civil with each other. But I think it's fair to say, Ollie, this is a triple threat. Only one winner can come out of this. They're going to have to make a decision at some point. Maybe not right now, but eventually.
Forearm from Dante, forearm from O'Neill. They're just pinballing Johnny Storm around between them right now. The Wonder Kid not having a chance to get in back into this one while these two are in charge. Oh, went for the chop, got nothing but steel. Oh, and there's a bit of a wishbone for you over that guardrail. Johnny Storm's got himself a chair. Folks, it's a triple threat, no countouts, no disqualifications.
Oh gosh, grab the chair and just, you can even hear that shot. It's vicious, and now using it as a weapon. Well, it is one of those things, to secure a belt, you will do it, but this is interesting, Ollie.
You see the Tomcat just directing traffic right now, telling Dante exactly what he wants him to do. He now rolls Johnny Storm back in, almost feeding it to Kevin O'Neill. 2. Kick out from Johnny Storm. Oh, and Dante doesn't look like he liked that. Dante not pleased with the actions of the Tomcat right there.
And now, Foreplay have a little bit of a revival here.
Double back elbows.
2. Still not enough, but now, of course, this is what we were talking about. This is what I expected to see.
Could it be trouble in paradise for the former members of Foreplay? The honeymoon could be over.
Not just yet, but I think we are going to start seeing that.
Full Nelson locked in. The boot to the midsection of Johnny Storm. Elbow drop from Dante.
Wow, just kicking dust in his face, almost like just you're not even worth the mess on my boots. That's a lot of disrespect to the champion.
Yeah,
Ollie.
no respect whatsoever. Regardless
Johnny fighting back though.
Regardless of if he's a champ or not, I think Johnny Storm has done enough in his career to garner respect from absolutely everybody.
I think it says a lot though, Ollie. Oh, nice basement clothesline. Says a lot when he's not just facing one enemy, he's facing two that work together. I think the odds are stacked against him, which really doesn't seem fair to me. Now grab both legs, over another wishbone.
Maybe no Wonder Kids in the future for Johnny Storm after that.
Now Dante now directing traffic. Picking him up.
Delayed scoop slam.
And Dante. Oh!
Knee drop.
Go for a pin. 1, 2.
Just the 2 count.
And interesting, Kevin O'Neill. You see him put a little kick in there.
Doing just enough.
Again, Dante saying get him up. I mean, this is not going to last forever, Ollie. It is surely. They know. So now, on the clothesline. Oh!
The punch straight off the jaw of Johnny Storm.
Thought he was going to go and try and take his head off. Instead, just really revving up that forearm for a nice shot.
Now Dante and Kevin O'Neill just stalking the ring. Johnny Storm. Oh, wait. Quick roll up. 1, 2.
Oh, very close.
Of course, see, Johnny Storm doesn't have to be pinned to lose the title today. If that happened and if Kevin O'Neill hadn't kicked out, Dante would have won the gold and Johnny Storm would never have been pinned.
And that would be interesting, but this is the sort of problem we knew we were going to face, Ollie. We knew this was going to happen eventually. Oh, here we go. Tomcat Kevin O'Neill finding that to be disrespectful, and of course Dante's not going to back down, is he? Oh!
I think this alliance, this is definitely breaking down now. Dante throwing the shots in and eats a clothesline from Kevin O'Neill. Now Dante goes round and hits Kevin O'Neill with a mirror image of exactly what he just took. Ghost clothesline from Dante. And it seems the former members of Foreplay, this little love affair is definitely over. And this Tej could be the chance for Johnny Storm to capitalise while the other two are bickering and fighting with each other. It's giving him a chance to recover, a chance to recuperate, and he's climbing that top rope to where we know he is very comfortable indeed.
He's getting out with these boys too distracted, and oh, double cross body. And that is the opportunity Johnny was waiting for. Kevin O'Neill and Dante rolling out while Johnny recuperates.
Now Johnny Storm off the rope, suicide dive, takes out both men. And usually by now he'd kip up and he'd be getting the crowd fired up, but you can see just need on an extra second just to, as I say, continue the recovery process.
That's the risk he'll take to maintain the AWW Championship.
He's catching his breath. He's getting that second wind. He knows that gold is within his grasp. He's going home with it. If he can just spring together a few more moves.
Yeah, his opportunity's knocking. You can see retainment. Dante out the way though.
Oh, there's a jawbreaker. Code breaker.
1, 2, and Kevin O'Neill to break it up.
Oh, we could be going for the TKO.
Blocked. Oh, blocked there from Kevin O'Neill.
Short arm clothesline.
Goes for a quick pin. 1, 2.
And Johnny Storm in to break it up.
And the champ getting involved, making sure his title doesn't change hands without being involved in it. Getting the crowd behind him. He might be smelling blood in the water, Ollie.
I went for a super kick, but caught it.
Blocked. Ripcord. Denied. Picked up.
Runs straight into the TKO. 1, 2. New champ. Oh, just the 2.
So close.
And Dante could do nothing to break that one up.
Johnny still recovering. He would not have realised that the title had changed hands.
Yeah, Johnny Storm forced to kick out in order to retain his title for now at least. Irish whip into Dante, sends him up and over. Blocks the forearm, throws one of his own.
Gut check. Flips over Dante, caught by Kevin O'Neill.
Hurricane Rana sends him into
Beautiful.
Dante.
Speared him in the midsection. Dante is currently rolling over.
Super kick! 1, 2, 3.
The champ retains.
Just like that. Well, folks, we came into Collision Course knowing there would be a clash of the champ and well, 2 former champs. But it's Johnny Storm who walks away victorious.
Johnny Storm taking advantage of 4-place dissension and that initial hesitance to hurt each other versus their desire to win gold. And Johnny Storm, the advantageous fighting champion, still stands tall as the AWW champion once again.
Not 1 but 2 former kings of AWW bested it. 1 swift super kick. The Wonder Kid is back on top.
And you can see it here. Sunset flip caught by Kevin O'Neill. He used that momentum to cause the misdirection, and then the super kick landing true on Tomcat. Goes to the pin. 1, 2, 3, and that is all she wrote. And now, with both former champs bested, Johnny Storm will need a new challenger down the line, but right now he is uncontested and undisputed.
And folks, that's just about all we've got time for here at AWW. We hope you've enjoyed Collision Course as much as we have. I have been the Mastermind Ollie Spring.
And I have been TJ Lee.
And we will see you next time at Alternative Wrestling World.